Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So I welcome you all to today chapter number 7. So from today onwards, we are starting Bhakti Yoga chapters. Okay. So it is so till now we have finished the Karma Yoga chapter. Last time we have finished the Dhyan Yoga. Okay, where we have seen it is very difficult to perform the Dhyan Yoga. Okay. Ashtang Yoga or Dhyan Yoga. So let's start today. Chapter name is Gyan Vigyan Yoga. Okay. Gyan Vigyan Yoga. Gyan means the theoretical knowledge. Vigyan means the applied knowledge, the knowledge which you apply in our life. Okay. And yoga means already we know that yoga means to connect with the Supreme. Okay. So let's start. Knowledge of absolute or the Gyan Vigyan Yoga. Okay. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano-abhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha Namao Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So the teachings is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is founder Acharya of ISKCON, and we pay our humble obeisances and to His lotus feet, and we beg for His mercy so that His teachings we can apply and we can learn something from His teachings. Okay. What we have learned till 6th chapter. Okay. First chapter quickly we'll take a look. Okay. So first we have started with faith. Faith is required to understand this Bhagavad Gita. Then we have seen observing the army and 5 reasons for not fighting. Second chapter, importance of Guru. Krishna is giving knowledge about the body and soul, and then the duties towards our body and soul. Okay. Last part was Atmaram. Third chapter, Karma Yoga chapter. Action is better than renunciation. Then Yoga ladder we have seen. Fourth chapter, the transcendental knowledge chapter. We have seen the position of Krishna and process of transcendental knowledge. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. Okay. Fifth chapter, Karma Sannyas Yoga. Which one is better? Karma Sannyas is better or renunciation is better? Which one is better? So work in devotion is better than the renunciation. That we have seen. Okay. Sixth chapter, the last chapter which we have seen. We started with mind as our friend or enemy. So we have seen that mind can be as friend as well as enemy. How? If we are able to control the mind, mind is our greatest friend. If we are not able to control the mind, then mind is our greatest enemy. How to control the mind? What formula Krishna gave? Can you tell me? 2 things Krishna told. How to control the mind? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? Chat box is open. How to control the mind? Yes. There is a sort of revision. Krishna gave 2 things to control the mind. What were the 2 things? No, these were not 2 things. 2 things were Abhyas and Vairagya. Okay. Abhyas and Vairagya. So practice and detachment. These were the two things which Krishna talks about when he's talking about the controlling of the mind. Okay. Then we have seen the Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs of yoga. Okay. Ashtanga Yoga. So what were the 8 limbs? The first was Yam, the don'ts. Do's were the niyams. Okay. Yam, niyam. Then third was the asan, how to sit. Okay. Fourth was the breathing techniques, pranayam. Fifth was pratyahar. Then after dhyan, dharana, and samadhi. So these were the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. And it is very difficult to perform the Ashtanga Yoga. Arjuna asked, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. My man is very chanchal. I cannot perform the Ashtanga Yoga. Okay. It may be possible for some other person, but for me, it is not possible. Can you because mind is restless and not we are not able to control the mind. Even I can control the wind, but mind I'm not able to control. Krishna says, control the mind. To control the mind is very difficult. Yes, but it is easy if we follow the technique of um, Vairagya and Abhyas. Okay, these two. Then Arjuna asks, okay, if we try and if we fail, what will happen? So what will happen if we fail? So success or failure. If we fail after long practice or short practice, first we'll discuss the short practice, then we'll go to higher planet. They will come back to again to earth. We'll take birth among rich aristocratic family or among the pious people. Okay. If we fail after long practice, then what will happen? We'll take birth among family of transcendentalists, family of devotees, and we'll start our devotional life from there. Okay. Then last was yogi. Who is the greatest of all the yogi? The person who is engaging loving devotional service of Lord. That is a perfect yogi. Okay. That we have seen. Last chapter, we have seen that. Now we are going to see chapter number 7, knowledge of the absolute. What we are going to discuss today. What is the mnemonic? So mnemonic is head, H-E-A-D. H stands for hearing from him. What is the importance of hearing from him? We'll see. Then second part is everywhere. You can see him everywhere. Actually, Krishna is present everywhere. We can see him everywhere. How? We are going to see in the second part, everywhere. Third, accept or reject. Reject. Okay. Some people will accept, some people will reject. Who are the people who will accept? Who are the people who will reject? And lastly, Krishna will talk about the demigods. Okay. So let's see. Only 30 slokas are there, but very nice chapter. First chapter of Bhakti Yoga. So let's start. First portion, the hearing from him. Okay. Krishna says, 7.1 sloka, first sloka. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Shaktamanah Partha Yogam Yunjam Madashrayah Ashamshayam Samagramma Yatgya Shashitakshinu. The Supreme Personality of God said, now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Important word here is takshinu. Now hear from me. Okay. Till now, if you remember the last sloka of 6th chapter, Krishna spoke about the Bhakti Yoga is best. And now in 7.1, Krishna is telling, now hear from me about that Bhakti Yoga. Okay. So how Krishna is going to describe about the Bhakti Yoga, and important word is takshinu. What is the importance of hearing from Krishna directly? That we are going to see first. Okay. So let's see. Actually, there are 3 ways of acquiring knowledge or understanding God. How we can acquire the knowledge? How we can acquire the knowledge? 3 ways are there. First is Prataksha Praman. Prataksha Praman means directions perception. Okay. So we have 5 senses: eye, ear, nose, tongue, and eye, ear, nose, tongue, and skin. Okay. These are 5 senses. And from these senses, we can acquire the information from the environment. So that is called directions perception. Receiving or acquiring knowledge through directions perception, through our the Gyanendriya. Okay. So that is called Prataksha Praman. Prataksha Praman. Okay. Directions perception. Prataksha Praman. Directions perception. But if you think that in one way that our senses are not perfect. Okay. Why? Because if you see the eyes, it can see up to certain wavelength only. In the visible form of light only it can see. Other than that, infrared, ultraviolet, these many spectrum of light is there. We are not able to see that. If you see, we can see the things which is up to certain distance. Okay. If the thing is very close, we cannot see. If the thing is very far, we cannot see. It can see the things which is up to a certain size, like bacteria. We cannot see bacteria with our open eyes. Okay. Why? Because it is very close. Okay. We need microscope to see that. So our senses are not perfect. That's why we need microscope. We need telescope to see the things which is very far. Similar things apply to all the senses. Our ear cannot hear up to certain decibel. It can see hear up to certain decibel only. After that, it cannot hear. Lower than that, it cannot hear, like that. So it applies to every senses. And we understand that our senses are not perfect. We cannot acquire knowledge or ultimate knowledge through our senses. Okay. So you see, Prataksha Praman or directions perception is not a perfect way to acquire the knowledge. Okay. So that is one way. Prataksha Praman, not a perfect way. Second, Anuman Praman. Anuman Praman means theories based on evidences. So certain evidences based on our directions perception, we have certain evidences, and based on that we make theories. Okay. So it is based on evidences only, and that evidence we get from the directions perception only. So if the directions perception, if our senses are not perfect, how the theory which is made based on the senses or the evidence from the sense perception, that can be perfect. So it comes, we come to know that Prataksha Praman and Anuman Praman both are not a perfect way to acquire the knowledge to understand about the Lord. Okay. Now the third point, that is Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman means hearing from a bona fide authority. Bona fide authority. The authority which is bona fide to speak about. Like Krishna is there. Krishna is the master of everything. Krishna is the master of every material planet, spiritual planet, material world, spiritual world, everywhere. Krishna is the bona fide authority to speak about these things. So when we hear from Krishna about these things, that is the perfect way of acquiring the knowledge. Like if I have confusion, who is my father? If I go on testing every person in this world, DNA testing, then it is very time consuming, very costly. Okay. And we may come to know, we may not come to know. We may be confused who is actually our father. Okay. What will be the best way? Best way is hear from a bona fide authority. Who can be bona fide authority in this example? Our mother can be a bona fide authority in this example. If my mother say there, he is your father, that actually he is my father. Hearing from a bona fide authority, that is called Shabda Praman, Shastra Praman, that is. Okay. So that is the perfect way of acquiring the knowledge. If I want to learn from a subject like physics, okay, physics is the subject of the science. If I want to learn from learn about that, so if I hear from a chai wala, okay, the tea shopkeeper, so he is not able to explain the physics rules and regulations. A person who is authority in that, a person who is a bona fide authority in that, like H.C. Verma is there. Okay, he is a bona fide authority of physics. So if we hear from him, whatever he says, that we can accept as perfect thing. Okay, like that. So hearing from a bona fide authority, that is called Shabda Praman, that is the perfect way of acquiring the knowledge. Okay. So you see, our senses example, our eyes, it can be tricked. So all these lines, if you see, are parallel. But when we look at it, it doesn't look like parallel. This is called optical illusion. Okay. It doesn't look like parallel. Okay. So that is the thing. Prataksha Praman is not a perfect way of acquiring the knowledge about the Lord. Okay. We have a very excellent example to understand that. Okay. That our senses are not perfect. 6 blind men were there, and they were sitting, and or they were looking at one elephant, or they were trying to understand how the elephant is. Okay. Like that. We have read this example when we were child. So this person sitting on the top, he is touching the ears. He is thinking like elephant is like an axe. This person thinks like elephant arrow. This person like this person thinks like a wall. So everyone, when they are touching the elephant, they are thinking elephant as different thing only. So that means, and they're making theories based on that. Okay, so they're perceiving and they're making theory. So first way and second way, if you see, Pratyaksha Praman and Anuman Praman is not a perfect way of acquiring the knowledge because our senses have limitations. We cannot acquire the knowledge about Lord from these sources. Okay, that is one thing. Second, conditioned souls have four defects. We as a conditioned soul, we are a soul, we know. Okay. What is the meaning of conditioning? Conditioning means when we come in contact with this material world, that is called conditioning. Okay. So conditioned souls have four defects. What is these four defects? First is to commit mistake. Even the greatest person, if you see in this world, they will commit mistake. Even Mahatma Gandhi committed many mistakes. Any person is there in this material world, they will commit mistake. And even it is said that to commit mistake is like humanness. Okay. Human. To err is human. Okay. So that is one thing. To commit mistake, that is every person will be committing mistake. That is one of the defect of the conditioned soul. Second mistake, when we commit mistake, why we commit mistake? Because we can be illusioned, our senses can be illusioned. We have just seen the example of parallel line. Parallel line not looking like parallel. Okay, the optical illusion. Second optical illusion, if you see, they are not continuous, but it looks like it is continuous. Something problem is there. Okay, but when we look at it, it looks like they are continuous. Okay, so it can be illusion. Our eyes can be illusion. Our senses can be illusion. So it can be illusion. That's why we tend to commit mistake. Why it can be illusion? Because our senses are imperfect. Our senses are imperfect. We are seeing the sun daily from our birth. Sun is rising daily in the east and getting or setting in the west. Okay, daily we are seeing, but sun looks like a small ball, but actually it is a big, way bigger than the earth. Okay, so we think like sun is like a small ball, but it is not actually small ball. So our senses are imperfect and it can be tricked. From birth we are seeing the sun, but still we are tricked like sun is very small. Okay, so our senses are imperfect, and that's why it can be illusion. And when it become illusion, we commit mistake. Okay, so that is the thing. So third defect is imperfect senses. And fourth is we have tendency to cheat others. Why? Because we commit mistake and we try to hide it. A person may be fool number one. He may be knowing nothing about the subject. He will show the person that I am very socialized person. I am very well person. I appreciate everyone like that. Okay. He will be showing like that. He may be knowing nothing about the subject. He will show, I am the perfect knower of this subject. Okay. Like that. To cheat others is the tendency. Okay. What we are actually, we don't show to others. That is called cheating tendency. We have the cheating tendency. Who we are actually, we know who we are, but we don't show to others because we have the cheating tendency. Okay. So these are the four defects of the conditioned soul: to commit mistake, to become illusion, imperfect senses, and to cheat others. Okay. Then how to gain the perfect knowledge? Perfect knowledge we want. Then how to gain the perfect knowledge? Krishna says 7.2 slokas, second sloka of 7th chapter. Krishna says, Jnanam te aham shabhijnanam idam vakshashami asheshataha yajgyatva neha bhuyo anya gyatvam avashishyate. There is nothing left if we have this knowledge. That is called perfect knowledge. So many knowledge is there in this material world. So many. Like daily many research papers are being published. Daily so many things are getting published. So many researches are happening. What is the end of these things? Okay. What is the end of these things? So Krishna says, let's see what Krishna is saying. He says, I shall not declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. Phenomenal and numinous means jnanam and vijnanam. Jnana and vijnan, both. This being known, nothing shall further remains for you to know. If I tell you there is an ultimate truth, if you know this truth, there is nothing further shall remain for you to know. Okay. If you know this, you don't need to know any other thing like that. Okay. If you know that perfect knowledge, if I tell you what is the aim of our life, who we are actually, okay. If you come to know this, then that is the perfect, that is beyond that, there is nothing, no knowledge. Okay. If you have this knowledge that who actually you are and what is the purpose of your life in this world, No further. No further, like who is winning this World Cup, who is fighting whom, who was, what is happening. No, what is the aim of life? My life, I should gain the aim and I should be fixed on that purpose. That's it, very easy. Okay. So thing is, Krishna says, I am the ultimate truth. There is no truth superior to me. There is no truth which is beyond me. Okay. If you know this truth, there is nothing truth remains for to be known. Okay, so like that. So that is called ultimate truth. We have to know that. Okay. Third chapter, third sloka. Again, very important sloka. Krishna says, yes, Krishna is the ultimate truth, but everyone is not interested in knowing. Why? Because let's see what Krishna says. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschidyatati siddhai yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Very nicely Krishna is saying, Manushyanam sahasreshu. There are thousands of people. They're trying. In this world, if you see thousands of people, but all are not trying to achieve the siddhi, the perfection of this life. Krishna says, Manushya Nam Sahasra, out of thousands of men, Kaschid Yatati Siddhai. Kaschid means only few. Kaschid, only few. Yatati means endeavoring. So Kaschid Yatati Siddhai. For Siddhi, only some people are trying. Siddhi means perfection of this life. So Manushya Nam Sahasretu, out of thousands of human beings, only few are trying to achieve perfection. Yatatam api siddhanam, the person who has achieved the siddhi, Kaschin mam veti tattvata, only few will be knowing me in truth. Kaschin, only few. Mam veti tattvata, in truth. Okay. So out of thousands of men, one may endeavor for perfection, and out of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one know me in truth. Okay, just like a marathon is there. Okay, out of thousands people, only 100 will be like trying to run the marathon. Okay, and one who has participated, few people will be participating. Out of those, only few will be able to complete the marathon. Okay, few will be like, I'm very thirsty. I'm very I'm not able to complete. I won't be able to complete like that. Okay, only few will be able to complete, and out of those who has completed, only few will be like first, second, third, like that. Okay, many out of many, only few will be trying, and out of many who are trying, only few will be able to succeed. Okay, so it is like that. Out of thousands of men, only few will be endeavoring for perfection, and those who have achieved perfection, hardly one know me in truth. Okay. So now we are moving to the second part, everywhere, how we can see him everywhere. Let's see how we can see and understand Krishna. That is the topic. So now Krishna is going to describe how we are going to see him everywhere. Actually, we can see Krishna everywhere. How? Let's see through Krishna. Okay. So Krishna says 7.4 sloka. Bhumir apo nalo vayu khammana buddhir evacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti ashtada. Bhinna prakriti ashtada. Ashtada. It's 8 things are constituting bhinna prakriti. Bhinna prakriti means separated energy. Krishna is saying bhinna prakriti ashtada. These 8 things constitute my separated material energy. Bhinna prakriti, separated energy. Who are these 8 things? What are these 8 things? Bhumi rapo nalo vayu kammana buddhir evacha ahankara. Okay, so these are the 8 things. Earth, water, I'll take different color. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are the 5 things you already know. 5 things. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are called gross elements of the material nature. Okay. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are the gross elements. Then Krishna says 3 more things. That is mind, intelligence, and false ego. So these are the 3 more things. Okay. So these total 8 things constitute different separated energy from Krishna. Bhinna prakriti, ashtada. These 8 things. Okay. So out of those 8 things, these 5 things are called gross element of material creation. Gross material element creation. Okay. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. These 3 are called subtle element. Subtle or shukshma. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, these are called gross element, or the sthul sarir, and mind, intelligence, and false ego, they constitute the subtle nature. Okay. So with this, we understand that our body is also made from these 8 things. Okay. If you see this, there is a representation of our body. We have this gross body. We already know we have this gross body. Gross body is air, water, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These 5 things make the gross body. This body which you are seeing, that is called gross body. You can see that. That is made from earth, water, fire, air, and ether. But there is subtle body also, which is made from these 3 things. That is mind, intelligence, and false ego. We have mind, we have intelligence, we have ego, but we cannot see. That is called subtle body. Okay, gross body we can see, but subtle body, mind, intelligence, false ego, we cannot see. Okay, so that is called subtle body. So these 8 things are making our body, and then inside that is soul. We already know we are not this body, we are actually the soul, and soul is covered by these 8 elements: gross body and subtle body. Okay, so eternity, knowledge, and bliss, Satchidanand, that is the nature of the soul. So gross body is made from 5 things, and the subtle body is made from these 3 things. So actually we have 2 bodies. Okay, when we die, we leave this gross body, but subtle body with mind, intelligence, false ego carries to next body. Okay, with the soul. So soul and the subtle body both will be carried to the next body. Okay, like that, and gross body will leave. So that is the separated material energy of Krishna. So these 8 things are energy from Krishna only. Krishna says these 8 things are my energy. Bhinna prakriti ashtha. These are the my separated energy. These are the material energy. Okay. So that is, so if you see in this material world, whatever things are being made, that is made from these 8 things. So actually everything is made from Krishna's energy. Okay. That is one understanding we have, that everything in this material world is Krishna's energy. Now second, 7.5, Jiva. About Jiva, what Krishna says. Let's see. Apareyam itastav anyam prakritim vidhi me param Jiva bhutam mahabaho ya yedam dharyate jagat. Beside this, O mighty Arjun, there is another superior energy of mind. So Krishna first spoke in the previous sloka about the separated energy or infinite energy. And then Krishna is speaking about his superior energy. Who is the superior energy of Krishna? The Jiva. If you see here, Jiva, which comprises the living entity. So the Jiva are the superior energy of Krishna, who are exploiting the resources of this material nature, inferior material nature. Now, Krishna is telling about 2 energy. First is the separated material energy, which is making everything. This material nature is made of separated material energy, but the material nature doesn't have life. Life comes from superior energy of Krishna. That is called living entity. When Jiva come into this material world, then material will start moving. Okay, so that is the thing. So if you see this material world, if you look at your surroundings, you will see that there are jivas are there and there are material energy are there. And Krishna says both are my energy. So actually everything comes from Krishna. Whatever things we are seeing, that is energy of Krishna. Whatever living entity we are seeing, that is energy of Krishna. Whatever non-living or non-moving things we are seeing, that is also energy of Krishna. So actually we can see Krishna everywhere because everything is Krishna's energy. Okay, so that is the thing. Now, so Krishna is the origin, Krishna said in the previous sloka. Now 7.7, Krishna saying how he is maintaining everything. Krishna is the maintainer and essential principle of everything. He is saying, Matah parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya mai sharvam idam proktam sutre manigana iva. Krishna says, Matta parataram nanyat, there is no truth superior to me. There is no truth superior to me. I am the ultimate truth. That is what Krishna is saying. Ultimate maintainer and essential principle of everything. He says, there is no truth superior to me. Sarva Karan Karanam. Brahmaji is saying in Brahma Samhita. Okay. Sarva Karan Karanam. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Okay. Ishvara, Parama, Krishna. Krishna, you are the Param Ishwar. Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadir Adir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. Anadir Adir Govindam. You are the the Anadir Adir. You don't have like any person who is older than you. Okay. Anadir Adir Govindam. You are the source of everything. Anadir. You don't have any source, but you are the source of everything. Anadir Adir Govindam. Sarva Karana Karanam. You are the cause of everything. You are the cause of all the causes. Anadir Adir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. You are the cause of all the causes. Karana Karanam. Ultimate truth. Again, Krishna confirms that here in Bhagavad Gita. He says, there is no truth superior to me. Then he says, everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Very nice example. Everything rests upon me as the pearls are strung on a thread. If you see a necklace, okay, there will be pearls, okay, but behind the pearls there will be a thread. If the thread is removed, the pearl is not in the form of necklace. Every pearl will be like here and there, okay, which is maintaining. So who is maintaining the pearls in the thread form or the pearls in the necklace form? The thread. The essential principle is the thread. Krishna says, everything rests upon me. Here you see, everything rests upon me as the pearls are strung on a thread. Just like the thread is there and the pearls are strung on a thread, I am maintaining everything. If you see the big planetary systems, Earth is there, many planets are there which is moving around the sun. Who is maintaining them at their place? Okay. Like the thread is not visible. If you see the thread is not visible. If you see the necklace, thread is not visible, but most essential principle is the thread. Thread is removed, everything is gone. Just 1 second. Okay. So now thread is removed, everything is gone. Pearls won't be there in the necklace form. So if you see this material world, the every planetary system, they are floating in the space with the energy of Krishna. Okay. So that is called, Krishna is saying, everything rests upon me. I am the maintainer of everything. I am the essential principle. Okay. Just like the pearls are strung on the thread. Pearls removed, thread removed, the necklace is gone. Okay. Thread is not visible. Just like the Krishna's energy is not visible to us. Okay. Again, one more sloka. Rasho aham apsukanteya prabhasmi shashishuryaho pranavah sharva vedeshu shabda ke parusham nishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water. Who is the taste of water? Krishna says, I am the taste of water. The light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantra. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. Ability in man. If you have ability, who is giving us the ability? Krishna is giving. If you see any intelligent person, oh, this person is very intelligent. Krishna has given this person so much intelligence. How much intelligence Krishna must be? If we see a very beautiful person, okay, this person is very beautiful. Krishna has made this person very beautiful. How beautiful Krishna must be. Okay. So ability in man is Krishna. Taste in water in Krishna. Light of the sun and moon is Krishna. And syllable Om in the Vedic mantra is Krishna. Essential principle of everything. Krishna says, I am the essential principle of everything. Okay. Many things Krishna told in these this 8 to 11 sloka, 8, 9, 10, 11 sloka. So we have made a tabular format to understand that. Okay. So let's see. This we have seen. Taste of the water is Krishna. Light of the sun, moon is Krishna. Om in the Vedic mantra is Krishna. Sound in ether is Krishna. Ability in man in Krishna. Fragrance of earth is Krishna. Krishna says, I am the fragrance of the earth. I am the heat of the fire. I am the life of all the living things. Whatever living things are they, the life is Krishna. Superior energy of Krishna is the life. Okay. Penances of all the aesthetics, original seed of all the existence is Krishna. Original seed. Okay. Anadir Adir Govindam. Krishna, you don't have any origin, but you are the origin of everything. Original seed is Krishna. Okay. That is called original seed of all the existence. Krishna says, everything which is there, I am the ultimate father. Okay, original seed is Krishna. Intelligence of all the intelligence is Krishna. When we see intelligent person, who is the intelligence in that intelligent person? Krishna says, I am the intelligence of that intelligent person. Prowess of all powerful man. Who is representing the power in the powerful man? Krishna. Strength of all the strong. Lastly, Krishna says, and the sex life not contrary to religious principle. Very important point. People say spirituality means no sex life. Okay. Krishna says, I am the sex life not contrary to religious principles. What is the meaning of not contrary to religious principle? Okay. Like vivaha, marriage is a samskara. Okay. A sex life which is under the samskara of marriage, that is called not contrary to religious principle. Okay, so that is called sex life. Krishna represents that sex life which is not contrary to religious principle. Okay, seeing Krishna everywhere, know that all states of being, be they in goodness, passion, ignorance, are manifested by my energy. So whatever living entity, whatever state you are seeing, whether they are in Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun, goodness, passion, ignorance, they are manifested by my energy. That energy is called Maya. Okay. So they are manifested by my energy. That is called Maya. We'll understand about Maya in 14th chapter more. Okay. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. Okay. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they on contrary are within me. Modes of material nature is Maya. Okay. Krishna says, Maya is under me, I am not under them. I am not under the mode of material nature, for they on contrary are within me. Okay. Maya is under me, I am not under Maya. This is what Krishna is saying. You see here, Durga Devi is being shown. This is Maya Devi. Durga Devi is another name of Maya Devi. Okay. So Durga Devi is holding hand in front of Krishna. Okay, so that is called Maya is under me. Okay. Now we are moving to third part, accept or reject. Okay. Everyone won't be able to accept about Krishna. That Krishna says. So let's see who will be able to understand about Krishna and who won't be able to understand about Krishna. So that is called Krishna's magic spell, Maya. Krishna's magic spell, Maya. If you see this picture, you can see this picture. The two people are being shown here. They're working. These are us. Okay. Who are these? These are the modes of material nature. Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. Okay. Or goodness, passion, ignorance. These are the modes of material nature. And whose foot is this? Krishna. Okay. So the Mayas are under Krishna and we are under Maya. Okay. We are under Maya. Maya is under Krishna. Okay. Like that. Krishna's magic spell, that is Maya. Deluded by three modes, Maya. The whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. If we are under the spell of Maya, we are not able to understand who Krishna is. Okay. How to overcome this illusion then? Krishna says, Devi hai Isha Gunamai, Mama Maya Durataya, Mama Eva ye prapadante, Mayam etam tarantite. Very nice sloka. Krishna says, let's understand this sloka. Devi hai Isha Gunamai. This Maya is my divine energy, Davic energy. Devi hai Isha Gunamai. Mama Maya Durataya. And it is very difficult to overcome this word, this Maya. Durataya. It is very difficult to overcome this Maya. But it is possible. How? Krishna says in next line. Krishna says, Mam eva ye prapadante. Prapadante means surrender. One person who surrenders to me. Mam eva ye prapadante. Mayam etam tarantite. Tarantite. It can overcome. It can easily overcome. Okay. So Krishna says, Maya is divine energy of Maya, and it is very difficult to overcome this Maya. But a person who surrenders to me, for him, it is very easy to cross. Okay. This divine energy of mind consisting of three modes of material nature, that is Maya, is difficult to overcome. And that energy is divine, overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. To cross the Maya, what we have to do is surrender to Krishna. Krishna is the master of Maya, just like a dog. When we go to any other person house, the dog will be there, he start barking, ow, 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 bhav, bhav, like that. Okay. So when you go to other person's house and there is dog in that house, the dog will start barking at you. Barking at you. Okay, the Maya similarly is barking at us. But when when the owner of the dog comes out from his house, okay, and oh friend, he's my friend. Let him come out, let him come in. Okay, then the dog won't. Then the dog won't be biting. The dog won't be barking or biting. Okay, so the thing is like that. So Maya is like the dog. Okay, and the master of the Maya is like Krishna, who is the owner in the house, and we trying to we are when we try to approach Krishna, okay, and then Maya is there, then Maya will start like barking without Krishna. Okay, when Krishna comes, when we take shelter of Krishna, when Krishna is there, then Maya will be okay. This person is known to my owner, like that. Okay, so that thing. Now we are going to see 4 kinds of people who will be able to understand and who won't be able to understand about Krishna. So first we'll see who do not surrender to Krishna. The 4 types of people who do not surrender to Krishna. Krishna says 7.15. Namam duskrintano mooda prapaddante naradhamaha maya ya prihata jnana asurim bhavam ashritaha. Prapaddante, who is not able to surrender. Prapaddante means surrender. Okay. Namam duskrintano mooda. Na means no. They won't be able to surrender. Who? Mooda. Grossly foolish people. Naradhama, lowest among the mankind. Maya prihata jnana, the intelligent people whose intelligence stolen by Maya. And Asurim Bhavam Ashrita, the person who is Asurim Bhav, that atheistic nature of demon. Okay. So actually 4 types of people are there. So this slides represent the 4 types of people. It says Muda, grossly fully hard working ass. Like as they're working full day, full night, money, 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 money. Full day working, no time to surrender to love. Okay. Grossly full is hard working ass. Just see money. Morning to evening. They don't. Morning they will wake up at 7. They will work till 11. Again they will sleep. Okay. Grossly working. Foolish hard working ass. Okay. That is called Muda. They won't be able to understand about Krishna. Second is Naradhama. Uncivilized man considered lowest among the mankind. Okay. Third is Maya Prihita Jnana. Very important point to understand. Misled intellectual of the society. If you see, many people will be there, very learned person, very learned scientist will be there, like very learned, but their learning or intelligence limited to the material elements of this nature. No knowledge about the spiritual self, no knowledge about what is the aim of this life, no knowledge about what is going to happen of this body after this death, what is going to happen to us after that. Okay, no knowledge. So that is called intelligent people, but the intelligence is under the spell of Maya only, this material nature, Maya. Okay, so misled intellectual of society, they are called misled intellectual of society. They will consider, I'm very learned person, but their learning is just limited to the body. Okay, not any spiritual knowledge. Fourth is Asurim Bhavam Ashrita, demoniac nature people, the demoniac kind of people. Okay, so these are called 4 types of people who won't be able to surrender to Krishna. Then there must be 4 types of people who will be able to surrender to Krishna. So Krishna describes that also. 4 kinds of pious people who will be able to surrender to Krishna. So what are those 4 kinds of people who will be able to surrender to Krishna? 7.16, Krishna says, Chatur vidavajante mam jnana sukritno arjuna artho jigyasur jnani cha bharatastabha. 4 types of people. Who are the 4 types of people? Oh, based among the Bharata, 4 kinds of pious man begins to render devotional service unto me. First is the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and 4th is searching for the knowledge. 4 kinds of people are shown here. Okay. First is Artha, or the distressed, who is in pain, who is in distress. Artharthi, who is desire of wealth, who wants some money, who wants wealth. Third is Jigyasu. He's searching for the absolute truth. Who is he? He's searching for that. Who is Krishna? He's searching for that. Who is Lord? He's searching for that. That is called Jigyasu. And a Jnani, one who is in search of the knowledge. Who has the knowledge? Who is he? Who is Lord? Okay, that is called the Jnani. Artharthi, Jigyasu, and Jnani. These are the four types of people. But there is one more very important point. What is that important point? Point is here. What is that point? Four types of pious people. Piousness is most important thing. If a person is impious and he is in distress, what he will do? So much pain is there. I am so much distressed. Let's go to pub and drink some alcohol. Okay. He won't surrender. Why? Because the piousness is not there. So piousness is the most important thing. When a person is pious and he is going through these four things, what will happen? He will surrender to Krishna. That Krishna says. Artharthi, a person with desire of wealth, if he is pious, he will surrender to Krishna. If he is impious, he will start doing non-sinful activity also to gain wealth. Okay. Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. Arth means the distressed one. Artharthi means desire of wealth. Jigyasu means the curious one, and Jnani is in the search of knowledge. These are the four types of people who will surrender to Krishna, but most important thing is piousness. Okay. So it is very important. So I'm telling you from the very starting, it is very important to live a pure life, pious life. Okay. Pious life, pure life. It is very important to live a pure life, to understand about what is the aim of our life, who is Krishna, who is ourselves, what is our real nature. It is very important to live a pious life. If you are not a pious person, nothing is there. Okay, you won't. So to enjoy the happiness also, if happiness is there to enjoy, that also we need piousness. Pious people, they can enjoy happiness also. So piousness is very important. The most important thing is piousness. First thing is piousness. Second thing is surrender to Krishna. How to become a pious person? The question comes, how to become a pious person? If this is the most important thing, how to become a pious person? Okay. Answer is, piousness comes from, answer already you know. ABCD is the answer. Okay. ABCD is the answer. Only thing I'm repeating, if you think the thing which I'm repeating every time is ABCD, that is what I want to follow. I want you to follow the ABCD. Okay. If everything is not possible, at least one thing also it is possible, then that is okay for me. At least chanting is also possible, that is okay for me. I don't want you to do anything other than that. Okay. Just chanting, that is okay. Okay. Because chanting itself will bring piousness. Okay. And then you will be able to follow everything. But the first and most important thing, the very important thing in this Kali Yuga, which is said, is the chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We chant, then you see the piousness. Okay. That is the thing. The most important thing is the chanting. Okay. And other things are like association, very important. Association, book reading, very important. So everything you see is very practical. It's not like impractical. Okay, whatever said in Bhagavad Gita is fully practical. It is not impractical. Whatever things are impractical, Arjuna said that no, this is not practical for me, Krishna. This I am not going to follow. That Arjuna already told for us. Okay, so let's see. This example we'll see later. So four types of people are there. Arthati, Jnani, and Jigyasu. After that, who is the best among them? Krishna says, 7.17, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta, Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate, Priyayo Hi Jnanino Atyartham Aham Chasa Mama Priyaha. Of these, one who is in full knowledge and one who is always engaged in pure devotional service is best. For I am very dear to him and he is very dear to me. Krishna says, of those who is in full knowledge means Jnani, those who are Jnani, and then after that, who is always engaged in pure devotional service. After Jnani, what we become? After we have the Jnana, what we do? We take surrender to Krishna, we take shelter of Krishna. So Krishna says, who is best among them? A Jnani who has the knowledge and who surrender to Krishna, that is the best. Who is the best? Krishna says, that is the best. A jnani who is always engaged in pure devotional service is best, for I am very dear to him and he is very dear to me. Very dear to me, very important. A jnani who is surrendered to Krishna is best among those four people. Okay. 790. Oh, devotion is very rare. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanvan mam prapadyate. Vasudeva Sarvam iti sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. He says, Bahunam Janmanamante, Bahunam, after many, Janmanamante, after taking many birth and death, Janma is the birth and Ante is the death. After taking many birth and death, Bahunam Janmanamante, Jnanvam Mam Prapadyante, Jnanvane, Jnani, Mam Prapadyante. Prapadyate means to surrender. So after taking many birth and death, a jnani actually surrenders to Krishna. Okay. After taking many birth and death, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders to me, knowing me to the cause of all the causes and all that to be. Such a great soul is very rare. Okay. So jnani, even after knowing about the Supreme, even after knowing that Krishna is the Supreme, they will take many birth, and then they will surrender to Krishna. Okay. Now the last part, the demigods, about the different devatas. Let's see what Krishna is telling about different devatas. What about other devatas? So let's see. Why doesn't everyone take shelter of Krishna? Answer is due to material desires. Material desires is there that is causing us not to take shelter of Krishna. Second thing, intelligence is lost. When the intelligence is lost means when we think only of the material things. We may be intelligent, but if our intelligence is limited to only material things, that intelligence is called intelligence lost. That actually is not intelligence. That is foolishness. Like okay. If we have intelligence, we'll try to inquire who we are, who is actually Krishna, who is actually the Supreme Lord. What is the aim of this life? That is called actual intelligence. So due to our intelligence is lost and we have a strong material desire, and we look for quick results. That's why we surrender to demigods. We don't take shelter of Krishna. Okay. Strong material desires. We want them to fulfill immediately. That's why we take shelter of demigods. But if we take shelter of Lord, the demigods, Supreme Lord Krishna, he facilitates demigods worship. How? Let's see. I am in everyone's heart as super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. So what he is doing, he is making the person's faith steady so that he can devote to that demigod, as well as he empowers the demigod to give the benedictions. So this first sloka, Krishna is telling, he is making that person's faith steady who is trying to worship the demigods. Second thing he is saying, endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtain his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. So first thing is, he is empowering, he is instilling the faith in that person to worship the demigod. Second thing he is doing is he is empowering the demigods to give benediction. So both things he is doing. Krishna is doing both things. He is instilling the faith in that person, as well as he is giving the power of benediction to that person. Okay. What is the problem in approaching demigod is here, because demigods cannot give benediction without permission of Supreme Lord. Whatever benediction also Supreme Lord, the demigods are giving, they are due to permission of Supreme Lord. Okay. I am never manifest to foolish and unintelligent people. Foolish and unintelligent people, I'm not able, they won't be able to understand me. For them, I cover by my internal potency. What is the internal potency? Maya. For them, Krishna covers himself by Maya. And therefore, they do not understand that I am unborn and infallible. Foolish and unintelligent people, they won't be able to understand. So the devotion is the work of wise people, not the foolish and unintelligent people. Krishna says that. Oh Arjun, As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past and all that is happening, going to happen in the future and all that is happening in the present. I also know all living entity, but no one knows me. Past, present, future, Krishna knows everything. Okay. Now the last sloka, 7.30. Those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of all material manifestation and of the demigods and of all the methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. Little bit confusing sloka. Okay. Arjuna also got confused and he asked many questions based on this sloka. If you read again, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of material manifestation governing principle of the demigods of the method of sacrifice, can understand me even at the time of death. Many important points are being hidden in this sloka, and that's why this sloka seems to be little confusing. Arjuna will ask detailed description of this sloka in the next chapter, from the 8th chapter. 8th chapter, very important chapter. Law of transmigration. We are saying that we'll learn about law of transmigration in the 8th chapter. So 8th chapter, very important chapter. Okay, we'll understand that tomorrow. So what we have learned today is, so before that, one important thing we have left that I'm going to cover. Okay, so we know 4 types of people, they surrender to Krishna. Okay, to understand that, we have different stories are there to understand who are these 4 types of people. Who are these 4 types of people? First is called Artha. Artha means who is in distress. Artharthi. Artharthi means who is desire of wealth. Third is Jigyasu, who is curious. And fourth is Jnani, who is in search of knowledge. So these are the 4 types of people who surrender to Krishna. So let's understand it. Let's consolidate these concepts through the examples. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the examples. You are going to tell me which category this is falling. Okay. Artharthi, Jnani, or Jigyasu. Okay. So that is the 4 category we are going to see. So this is first example. This is the example of Gajendra Maharaj. Okay. Gajendra Maharaj was the king of all the elephant. He was previously a great devotee of Lord. Next life, he became a king of the elephants. Okay. He's called Gajendra Maharaj. Once what happened? He was drinking water from the river, and there was a crocodile in the river. Okay. And the crocodile hold the leg of the Gajendra Maharaj, and they started fighting. Now there is fighting between the Gajendra Maharaj and the crocodile. This is the crocodile, this is Gajendra Maharaj. Gajendra Maharaj was very powerful elephant, but he was not that much powerful in the water, because the crocodile is more powerful in the water. Okay. Now they started fighting, and years they were fighting. No result. Okay. And one moment Gajendra Maharaj remembered about the Supreme Lord. Okay. Supreme Lord, he remembered. And immediately the next moment, if you see the picture, next moment, Supreme Lord appeared in the Garuda. If you see, Supreme Lord is coming. Okay. And moment he saw Supreme Lord, he offered lotus flower. He plucked the lotus flower. If you see from here, lotus flower is there in the trunk. He plucked the lotus flower and offered to the Supreme Lord. Okay. After that, both were delivered from the elephant and the crocodile body. Okay. So he was there was a fight, and the crocodile was biting the elephant leg. Okay. So much pain was there. Okay, like that. And they were fighting years and years, they fought. Nothing happened. Okay. No result happened. Okay, like that. So Gajendra Maharaj, which example? What do you think? Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. Distress, desire of wealth, or Jigyasu, or the knowledgeable person, Jnani. Yes, everyone should answer. Very easy example. Yes, everyone should answer. Yes, answer is correct. Artha. Okay. Next example. This example, you see, this is Draupadi and this is Krishna. Everyone knows this example, so directly I will come to the answer. Which example? Arth, Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. Answers are correct. Artha. Now, third example. You see this picture? This is Vyasadev. This is Krishna. This is this is a pregnant lady, and in the womb there is Sukadeva Goswami, the great reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so Sukadeva Goswami was like not willing to come out of the womb in this material world. Why? Because he knew whenever he will come, the Maya is there outside, and Maya will let him forget about Krishna. Okay, so that was his concern. Krishna himself came. Okay, your appearance in this world is very important. Okay, because he gave Srimad Bhagavatam to the world. Your appearance to the world is very important. Please come out. I guarantee you that Maya won't be able to touch you. After that, Sukadeva Goswami came out from the womb of his mother. Which example? Arth, Arthati, Jnani, Jigyasu. Jnani. Okay. Fourth example. This is Sukadeva Goswami. This is Parikshit Maharaj. Already I told you the story. Parikshit Maharaj was going to die in the 7th day. He met Parikshit Sukadeva Goswami. He asked, what is the duty of a person who is going to die? Okay. Sukadeva Goswami told, person's only way to perfect our life is to remember about Krishna, is to chant about Krishna, is to hear about Krishna. Devotional service. Okay. That is the only way, he told. After that, you know that there is storytelling of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sukadeva Goswami is hearing. Sukadeva Goswami is telling, reciting. But and Parikshit Maharaj is hearing for continuously 7 days. Okay, like that. So Parikshit Maharaj, which example? Arth, Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. Jigyasu. Yes, everyone answer is correct. Fourth example, this fifth example is Dhruva Maharaj. Okay, Dhruva Maharaj, if time is there, no time is there. So I won't tell you the story of Dhruva Maharaj. Little bit I'll tell you. So Dhruva Maharaj wanted a kingdom greater than his great grandfather, that is Brahmaji. Okay, so Brahmaji, he wanted a greater kingdom, bigger kingdom than Brahmaji. Okay, and there was little bit I'll tell you about the story so that you will understand. So there was one incident happened that he was not allowed. So he was a son of a king. Okay, and he was not allowed to sit on the lap of his father. Okay, so then he went to his mother. He asked that I want a kingdom greater than my father, greater than my grandfather. I want a kingdom. Okay, like that. So mother told that if you want a kingdom like this, Dhruva Maharaj was a very small child. Okay, like 5 years, 6 years. Okay, so if you want a greater kingdom than your father, your grandfather, only Vishnu can give you. Okay, like that. So how to attain the Vishnu? He told, I have seen the people going to jungle and meditating on the Vishnu to attain that. Okay. So immediately he left. A small child, he was so serious, he left for his home to jungle to attain Vishnu. Okay. And then he met Narad Muni, and Narad Muni guided him through Ashtanga Yoga, Satyuga time. So Ashtanga Yoga was the perfect method. So Dhruva Maharaj started doing Ashtanga Yoga. And if you read the Bhagavatam, this very nice description how gradual progression was there. First month he was not like he was eating kandamul like that. Next month he left that, he started only drinking water. Next month he only the air like that. The description is very nice. Okay. So lastly he found lastly Vishnu came to meet him. Okay. So that was after that. What description is there? What Dhruva Maharaj is saying, that is very important for us to understand. What he's saying, I wanted a kingdom greater than my grandfather. I wanted a kingdom greater than Brahma. But in search of that, I found you. I wanted a kingdom greater than my father, Brahma, but I got you in the return. He compares after that I was searching for stones, this material world, the kingdom greater than this all 14 planetary system is like stones. He's comparing to stones. Stones, no value. Okay, here and there stones are there. Full earth is full of stones. We don't take care. We don't think too much about the stones. So he's saying, I was searching for the stones. But in that search, I got the diamond. Okay. That is how he compares the material and spiritual things. Material, even the 14 planetary system, he's thinking a stone. And when he got the spiritual element, when he got the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, he told that is the main thing. That is the thing like a diamond. We don't understand that because we are only searching for the stones only. We are only searching. So if we have even some amount of money, we are very, this amount of money. And he was searching, like he was searching for the all the floating planets, whatever things are there in floating planet is greater than that he was searching. And he's comparing that to the stones. Okay, so that is the value of material things which we hanker for. We hanker for, I should have so much money, I should have this much money, but that is not at all the thing which we should be hankering for. Okay, so Dhruva Maharaj is comparing all those things to the stones, and he's saying the spiritual thing, the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, the devotion to the Supreme Lord as that diamond. Okay, which example? Arth, Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. Akash Prabhu is saying correctly. Artharthi turning into Jnani. Yes, Artharthi. Yes, the example is Artharthi, desire of wealth. Next example, this is Sri Ramchandra, this is Sugriv. Sugriv is in a very tense mood. Why? Because his brother has taken his wife, his property. He met Sri Ramchandra. Sri Ramchandra helped him to get all those things back. Which example? Distress, Artha. Okay. So he is in distress because of his brother. Last example, this is sages of Naimisaranya. Okay. Naimisaranya is a place where Sut Goswami is there. And all the sages they met. Because they are considerate about the future of the people in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, everything is going to deteriorate. Okay. So they met at one place for a meeting. Okay. And then there comes the Sut Goswami. And the sages of Naimisaranya was headed by the Rishi called Rishi Shaunak. You have heard the name of the Rishi Shaunak? Yes, someone now in Britain. Okay. So Rishi Shaunak actually is name taken from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sages of Naimisaranya, the head was Rishi Shaunak. Okay. So Rishi Shaunak, it was headed by Rishi Shaunak. So they met at one place for meeting about in the future what is going to happen. Okay. So like that. So which example? Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. Answer is Jnani. Yes. So with this, we end our chapter. So let's summarize what we have learned. Hearing from him, we have come to know that there are three ways to acquire the knowledge. One is the direct sense perception. Second is theories based on the direct perception. And third is hearing from bona fide authority. Krishna is the bona fide authority. When we hear from him, that is the best source of knowledge. Okay. Second, everywhere Krishna says the material things come from me, the spiritual things come from me. So anything which is there in the material world, everything comes from me only. Third thing, accept or reject. 4 people who accept Krishna, 4 people who reject Krishna. Who are the 4 people who reject Krishna? So those are the foolish people, grossly working hardworking ass people, foolish people. Second is Naradhama, lowest among the mankind. Third is Maya Prihita Jnana, or intellectual people whose intellect is limited to the Maya. And fourth is Asurim Bhavam Ashrita, the person who has demoniac nature. Okay. So these are the 4 people who reject Krishna. 4 types of people who accept Krishna: Arth, Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. But there is one more important thing. They should be pious. Okay. The last part is the demigods. How Krishna facilitated demigod worship. When a person try to worship a demigod due to material desire, strong material desire, Krishna instill the faith in that person, and he give benediction to the demigod to fulfill that desire. So both way Krishna is working. Okay. But the important thing is this is due to material desire. How we learn that how this Dhruva Maharaj is comparing the material thing to the spiritual thing. Material things are always binding. Okay. That's why it is dangerous what we want. Okay. What is our desire? If our desire is material, that is binding. Okay. Our desire should be spiritual so that we can attain Krishna. Okay. So that is the demigod worshippers. Finally, I'll unmute. Then after that, we'll have question and answer session. Your favorite session. Okay. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Prabhu. Murli Prabhu. So now question and answer part. Whatever questions you have, you can put in the chat box or you can raise the hand so that we can take your question. If you have any question, you can raise your hand or you put in the chat box. No question. Do we have any question? Kusumlata Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Kusumlata Mataji. Your voice is not audible to me. Okay. So I'll read out the questions one by one. Rajeshwari Rajiv Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, is there any deity of Brahma? If no, can you say why? Why you need deity of Brahma? Okay. Thing is like that. Why you need? There is one Pushkar, I think there is one deity. But why we need deity of Brahma? Okay. So Brahmaji is like material, like he is the firstborn out of Vishnu. He is the firstborn. Okay, and then creation happens from him. So he is the creator after he is born from Vishnu. Okay, so like that. So why we want like a deity of Brahma to worship? Okay, when we have Krishna, if you read Brahma Samhita, where Brahmaji is saying, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami, I am worshipping you. Why? Because you are Adi Purusha. Okay, Adi Purusham. Okay, Sarva Karana Karanam, we have read that. That is from also the Brahma Samhita only. So why we need Brahmaji deity when we have roots to give water? Why we need to give water to the leaves, to the branches? Once we give water to the roots, it will go to everywhere. Every branch, every leaves will get nourishment. Okay. That is, can you know, we don't have any reason why we need Brahmaji's deity. Okay. Archana Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, are Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha demigods? Yes, Lord Shiva position is completely different. Okay, what is that completely different position? We'll understand when we read the Goloka chart. Lord Ganesha, yes, he is demigod. Okay, so Suparshva Manna Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, I could not understand the story of Sage Sonak. So Sage Sonak was head of all the Rishi Munis who has accumulated at the place called Naimisharanya. Okay, if you read Bhagavatam, the story starts from that. Okay, that all the sages, they accumulate at one place. They gather at one place to think about the future of this Kali Yuga. Okay, and then there comes the Suta Goswami, who has heard the Srimad Bhagavatam from the Sukadeva Goswami, and then he started reciting about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So they gathered one place. Okay, so that is the Suta Goswami and sages of Nami Saranya, headed by Sage Sonak, Rishi Sonak. Okay, Kritika M. Kritika Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, as it is said that we worship demigods for material desires, should we stop worshipping or follow our practice towards other gods? So it is not written that we should stop. Okay. Krishna says, you should surrender to me. Okay. But the thing is, we need to understand that we have to include Krishna in our life. If we have this knowledge that who is Krishna, the thing is we should include Krishna in our life. That is the first thing. Krishna doesn't tell anything to leave it first to go. Okay. First, you said include Krishna in your life. Let Krishna take care of everything. Let Krishna lead the life. Okay. So that is the thing. So my only request will be to chant and include Krishna in your life. Okay. So that is the thing. What about Kul Devata also, Prabhuji, the same respect. So just include Krishna in your life and let Krishna take care of all these things. You don't have to think this, that, this, that. No. Include Krishna in our life. That's it. Okay. That is the thing. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Jyoti Adhikari Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, if we see any injustice or devoid of religion in society, can you raise our voice against it, or should we leave it for Krishna's justice? The thing is, when something is happening in our religion, first we should be strong in our religion. Okay. If we are not strong in our religion, how we are going to teach others what is our religion? Okay. First thing is, we should understand first. We are not knowing Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and we started everywhere going, Bhagavad Gita, this is injustice to Bhagavad Gita, this is injustice to Bhagavad Gita. If you are not understanding what Krishna and this is injustice to Krishna. No, first thing is you should understand. First thing is you should have the knowledge. You should be firm in your faith. Okay. And that thing comes when we have knowledge, when we have understanding, when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we understand Bhagavad Gita. Okay. That is the thing. So first thing is we should raise the voice, but first we should understand about our position, who we are actually. Okay. Like that. The first thing is that. First thing is you understand about yourself. Okay. So that is the most important thing. We should raise the voice, but first we should understand. Otherwise, we are in this party next this time, next time we'll be on that party. What is the meaning? If you don't have knowledge, we can shift the party also. So the first thing is understand about the Lord first. Understand about yourself first. Okay. If you want to protect the religion, the best way is to know about the religion. Okay. If you're not knowing, there is no way to protect the religion. Okay. Prabhuji, why in somewhere there is philosophy that there is no difference in Maya and Parabrahma? There are different philosophy, other people, different type of people, they understand a lot differently. Okay. Like Brahmavadi. Okay. The Brahmavadi people, they will say that Maya and Parabrahma is not different, but that is not the highest philosophy. Okay. So after that also philosophy there, that is called the Brahma or the Brahma philosophy is the basic understanding. After that, there is Paramatma phase. After that, there is Bhagavan phase. Okay. That is the thing. So there are philosophies which say that is called Mayavad philosophy. That is not the correct philosophy, actually. Okay. Okay. So Akash Prabhu. Prabhu, is there any difference in Jad and Chetna on the basis of Krishna's energy? Chetna is completely different. Jad is completely different. Jad is the material energy of Krishna. Chetna is the spiritual energy. Okay. That one is called a lower energy of Krishna. One is called superior energy. Okay. Inferior energy and superior energy, which we have seen in today's chapter. Okay. Inferior energy is made from 8 things. Okay. That earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and mind, intelligence, false ego. And Chetna, or the living things, or the living energy, is the superior energy. Jiva, or the superior energy. So there are difference between these two. Okay. Okay. I hope everything is clear. If anything is not, you can ask. Krishna Prasad, chapter 5, sloka 10, it is said that Papa karma to be experienced, then how not influenced by Papa karma? Chapter 5, sloka 10. I'll open and see which sloka is there. So this is the lotus leaf example you are saying. So you are saying one who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord is unaffected by sinful reaction as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. So your question is, it is said that Pap Karma to be experienced. Pap Karma to be experienced, where it is written, Prabhu. I will unmute you, Prabhu, so that we'll have the question, discussion. Okay. Can you unmute, Prabhu? It is not written here that Pap Karma to be experienced. It is written, one who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results into the Supreme Lord is unaffected by sinful reactions, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. Yes, Prabhu.
Hello.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sir. No, generally it is said that both punya karma, papa karma, they have to be experienced by human beings. Okay, in the next janma. If that being the case, in the particular sloka, it is said that a particular person is unaffected by sinful actions. How it is? Please elaborate.
So the question is a little bit difficult. I'll reframe the question if it is the case.
Please, sir.
So you're asking that Pap Karma has to experience the person. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Pap Karma, every person has to experience the Pap Karma. Then the other part of question is
how he is exempted here.
Oh, how is exempted here? Okay.
Exactly, sir. That is my doubt, sir.
Yes. So the question being that every person has to suffer the Pap Karma, then how is exempted?
Yes.
Prabhuji? So thing is like that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So it is said that whatever karma you are doing, you have to suffer. Okay. If you are doing the good karma, you have to take birth again to enjoy those good karma. If you are doing the bad karma, you have to come again, take this material body to suffer the bad karma which we have done. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that is the thing. But if a person takes shelter of Krishna, Krishna exempts them from the sinful reaction. That is what Krishna is saying. Just like one, by example, we'll understand that there is one example of Ratnaka Daku, okay, who became Valmiki Rishi. He was a great dacoit. He used to kill people. A great sinner, that is called Naradham. We have seen today's example, the Naradham. Naradham, he is lowest among the mankind. But when he met Narad Muni, he started chanting Ram, 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 Ram. After chanting, he became like Valmiki Rishi. He has read Ramcharitmanas, Ramayan. Okay, so where the Pap Karma went? When a person surrenders, Krishna says, I can take care of all the Pap Karma also. So that is the beauty. You have to surrender to Krishna and let Krishna take care of everything. Whatever Krishna is taking, let him take care. And Krishna says, Moksha Shami Masucha, I will take care of all the Pap Karma which you have done. Do not fear. Okay. So that is the thing. Krishna says that. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. I think he is not there. Okay. Okay. Next. Kritika Mataji, Prabhuji, in our general practice, they say that we should first pray to Ganesha, and in most temple, Ganesha is kept first. If Ganesha is demigod, why it is practiced there? So Ganesha is the devotee of Lord, and it is called Vignaharta. Okay. When we pray to him, when we go to him, our path of devotion will be smooth, like that. It is said like that. So but ultimate thing is not Ganesha. Okay. The Ganesha is a demigod, he is the great Vaishnava. Demigod doesn't mean the normal people. Okay. They are Jiva Tattva, but they are in special position given by Lord. Okay. They are maintaining something they are doing, okay, for the Lord. Okay. So that is not a normal position. So it is called that he is a Vigna Vinashak. So when we start a devotional path, we can pray to him that we are planning to go in this the path of devotional life. Whatever Vigna is there, okay, you can remove that Vigna. That is called, Ganesha is called the Vigna Vinashak. Okay, that is the thing. But he is not the ultimate truth. Okay, so that is the thing we should understand. Prabhuji, Banke Bihari is same as Lord Krishna? Yes. Prabhuji, please explain Drudha Vrudha. I didn't understood about the Drudha Vrudha. I do not know about Drudha Vrudha. Mataji, can you unmute and you can tell what question you wanted to ask? I'll unmute.
Prabhuji, what is Dhrida Vrita?
That is called determination. Okay, that is called
What-
strong determination.
What type of
Means yes,
only determination?
yes, that is called strong determination.
Of-
Vrata.
Means what
About our goal. Who is fixed in his goal, that what is my goal? That is fixed determination. Our determination is to go to Krishna. So that is called Dridha Vrata. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Prabhuji, what is the reason for the ghost? Ghost are the between two bodies, one temporary form, you can say as ghost. We don't know about too much about these things. There are different shastra about that. We don't have the knowledge. We don't read those things. I have not read. Other person, they must be reading, but I have not read and I don't have too much knowledge about that thing. Okay. It can be said as between two bodies, there is temporary form. That can be the ghost. Okay. Okay. Do we have any other question? Jyoti Adhikari Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, if you worship demigod in the sense of great Vaishnava, but not in the sense of getting something for our sense gratification, has any chance of being confined by the illusion? Okay, so what Mataji is asking, that if we are following a great any demigod in the form of like a Vaishnava, okay. So demigods are himself are Vaishnava, okay. They are Vaishnava. They are very and of them, Lord Shiva is called greatest among all the Vaishnava. Okay, the greatest of all the Vaishnava. That is called that is the position of Lord Shiva. Okay, so demigods are also Vaishnava, and Shivaji is called or the greatest among the Vaishnava. Mahadev, he is called Mahadev. All the Devatas are like Deva, and Shivaji is called Mahadev. Okay, so the thing is, when we worship a demigods, okay, or the demigods, they himself are worshipping the Supreme Lord. Okay, like Brahmaji is saying here. Okay, so we take the example of this. So when we worship, like you take the example of Hanumanji. Okay, if you worship Hanumanji, Hanumanji will say, okay, you worship my Lord. Okay, you are worshipping me, but I want you to worship my Lord. Okay, because he is my Lord. I am also serving him only. I want you to serve him only. Like that. So when we worship the demigods, we should ask that we want the supreme, the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Okay, you are in the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. You are serving the Supreme Lord very nicely. Please grant us this benediction that we also will go to, will also achieve the supreme destination of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. If that mode is there, that is okay. Okay. If you want material things are just like stones, no meaning. Okay. After this death, if we leave this body, there is no meaning. Okay. Everything is finished. So that is what. If you go to a demigod, if you don't have material desire, okay, ask from him that we want the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. If that is the way, then it's okay. Okay. That is called spiritual desires. So if you have spiritual desire and demigod, if you are going to demigods for helping us out for that, then that is okay. Akash Prabhuji asking next question will take. Prabhu, if we break the jad, then there is supreme soul present. Then at the basic level, all things are same. If you break the jad, how we are going to break the jad? Okay. Soul and the super soul not at the same level. Okay. Soul is also spiritual, and super soul is the source of all the spiritual things. Okay. Thing is like that. Krishna and us cannot be anytime same. Okay. Krishna's position is completely different. We are part and parcel of the Supreme. And this material thing, even if you are destroying the material thing, the jad or us or the jad or the material things, it won't be like, if you are removing the material things also, the soul will be part and parcel of Supreme Soul. How can be soul and Supreme Soul be equal? No, nowhere it can be equal. The soul is having a individual identity. We have learned in second chapter. Soul is an individual. It has individual identity. It can't be merged in the Supreme Soul. Okay, just like the Brahmavadi thinks. Okay, that after the death of the body, the soul will merge to the Supreme Soul. No, it doesn't happen like that. Arjuna was greatest devotee of Lord. He has been taking many births. Why? If he is the greatest devotee, he should have merged in the Supreme Soul. He should have merged in the Krishna. No, but he is not merged. So we know that the soul doesn't merge with the Supreme Soul after death. Okay, so that is the thing. We take shelter. Soul and super soul cannot be equal. Okay, we take shelter. Okay, the soul takes shelter of the Supreme Soul. We take shelter of Krishna. Okay, so in our heart there are two things. There is super soul. So your question is, Prabhu, if you break the jar, then there is super soul present. Yes, Supreme Soul is there, but with the Supreme Soul there is soul. So in our heart there are two things are there. Krishna says, I am present in everyone's heart as the Supreme Soul. Yes, he is there, but there is soul also. Soul and super soul, both things are there, and both are separate. Okay, both are not like single thing. They both are separate. Okay. Do we have any question, or our time is finished? Yes, our time is finished. So we'll meet again tomorrow, 8th chapter. Okay, 8th chapter, law of transmigration, how we are transferring from one body to another. Okay, we'll have great discussion tomorrow. So we'll meet tomorrow again. Hare Krishna, Murli Prabhu, Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, devotees for coming up. So questions level. Okay, the question level are very nice actually. Okay, people are asking very nice question. So when we have this type of question, we know that people are listening very nicely and they're understanding the concept. And whatever confusion you have, please ask. That will be my sincere request. Whatever confusion you have, please ask, so that we can go through the confusion. You can clarify the confusion so that you can be fixed on your devotional service. You can fixed on the aim of your life. Okay, so that is the thing. Whatever confusion you have, please ask. Don't keep the confusion with you. Okay, we'll meet again tomorrow and we'll try to understand chapter number 8. I'll unmute every person. Hare Krishna, devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhavev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Vintakoti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai.